Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to Prince Miller Entertainment TV. Subscribe to the channel. Follow us on Twitter at Miller ENT. We're on Instagram at Prince Miller Entertainment. Available on Facebook account Prince Miller Entertainment. Welcome to edition of our news. Today is the 29th of January 2021. MDC Alliance leader Nelson Chamisa says Zimbabwe needs a divine intervention as it battles with the government to reopen churches for preachers to pray for the troubled nation. Churches were part of non-essential service sectors that were ordered to close by government early this month as new cases and deaths of COVID-19 across the country. However, speaking in a live program on his Facebook page yesterday on Thursday, Chamisa said church leaders can pray for Zimbabwe. Chamisa has also ordered church pastor, we must allow churches to open for a controlled number of people, provided there is a social distancing, masking and other COVID-19 protocols. To our bishops, pastors, the church body intersect you to continue to stand in the gap to pray for our nation. He said, we must stand in prayer with those who have been affected by the pandemic. May the Holy comfort all the families who lost their loved ones. Chamisa also said President Emerson Mnangagwa should grant bail to prisoners in remand prisons and pardon serving inmates with non-serious offenses to decongest the jails and curb the spread of COVID-19. His comments were amid reports that last week contracted COVID-19 at Mutimurefu prison in Masvingo. Our prisons have become COVID-19 super spreaders, hotspots and zones, or put in a place strict regimes of testing and screening, isolation and regular disinfection. We must empty remand prisons except for very cases, give amnesty to most prisoners. To the current national lockdown, Chamisa said it was a welcome move meant to minimize the spread of new infections. It is better to implement a short but effective lockdown rather than a prolonged lockdown, as compliance goes the prolonged lockdown. The unavailability of social safety nets for the vulnerable, considering our heavily informal economy, means that people will be forced to breach down lockdown regulations in search of food, water and money to cater for their families. This again reduces the effectiveness of the lockdown. We must be very careful not to flatten the economy in our bid of flattening the curve. We face the risk of a lockdown-induced poverty. Lockdowns are not meant to be permanent solutions. There is need to create a lockdown exit strategy. This is what Chamisa said yesterday to those who are starting his live and which was broadcast live on his account, Advocate Nelson Chamisa. I would have my church in Ghana, before the government needs to make a plan in terms of Nyadzema grant. And remember, Panana Gogo, Vasasenzi, just imagine during this lockdown, so the situation is actually bad at the moment, as many people are now Mzimba, but Vaskushanda, and most people very informal and I told my one child. So guys, let's talk in the comment section. Do you agree with what Advocate Nelson Chamisa is saying? Put my church in Gavure, so that our pastors, my prophet said, my pastors and my deacon, kuti vanamatire nyika yedu and kuti vanamatire Zimbabwe kuti COVID ikwanise kuenda. So guys, let's talk in the comment section, and remember to follow us on all our social media platforms on Instagram and Facebook. It's Prince Miller Entertainment, and turn on the notification bell not to miss any of our new uploads. And what you know about what Nelson Chamisa was saying yesterday regarding to COVID-19 and we must pray. Tufana kunamata because kunzanze ginger ne malemoni ne zumbani and asenze panya COVID. No matter as we get to my expect saka it seems as if so I do agree with Chamisa. So guys, let's take care of ourselves and our loved ones. Let's sanitize and practice all those COVID-19 regulations and telling you some breaking news on Prince Miller Entertainment TV. Bless up. Mwane Zwaraganaga.